Now in today's example, I'm going to work one, okay? And then you're going to go into class kick and work several. If you need to check an answer, need a question, you can ask a question, raise a hand, ask me, check the answer key. It's a video. I'm going to work them anyway. We're just working on reading them. So this first example that we start out with here, it says about 21.3 million people in the U.S. use food pantries each year. The circle graph below shows their ages. How many people who use food pantries are 17 or younger? So to set this up, now they've got to use the 0.41 multiplying times the total. We're going to set it up talking about the way we've done before. So same kind of thing here. People 17 or younger is 41% rather. You can see that right there. Look at the colors. So out of 100%, 41 are that 17 or younger, and we're going to have 21,300,000. And that's 21.3 million. And then again, we're solving for the x here. A little cross product fun. You're going to take 41 times that, and then we'll go back and divide off the 100. And x then is this lovely number right here, 8733. So what is that? 8,733,000 people. So again, head into class kick and work several. If you need to ask a question, raise your hand, whatever. You can get help from someone else, get help from me. You can check the answer key in the video, but you do have to show the work. I am going to be watching. So in this first one here, again, we notice that we're looking for 50 or older, so that's the blue, that's 22%. And again, setting that up. 100, the percent on top, 22. And we know that, again, our total number of people is 21,300,000. So a little cross multiplication fun here. So we get 468,600,000 equals 100x. Then we divide off that 100, and we get x is 4,686,000. Don't forget to label it people. Okay, so on this question, we don't actually even have to do any math. The idea is you take a look over here. It says a survey asked 200 students about their favorite sport. The circle graph shows the results. So you look, who has the biggest percentage? Pretty straightforward stuff here. It's 30%, it's the green, so that's football. So football is the one that most people chose. This one actually asks you to do quite a bit. So we're going to set up each one. So first off, we know that there are a total of 200 people that took this thing. So I'm going to write this the other direction. So 200 people took the survey. And we're going to have 100 here, and whatever the percent is, each time goes here, and what we're solving for, the x, the sport, goes here. So for instance, if I'm talking about football, I'm going to work that up here in the upper right. Talking about football, it'll look like this, 100, and let's see, football is green, so that's the 30% out of the 200, and an x goes here. So a little cross multiplication fun, and again, we've done this quite a few times, so it shouldn't be a big deal. You're going to get 6,000 equals 100x. Divide off the 100, and x is 60. So each of these will look that way. So baseball will look like this. We'll go down here in the lower left for baseball. And the color for baseball is blue, so that's 27% here. So the setup again will look like this. So we'll have our 100% and the 27% and 200 and x here. And after you cross multiply, you find it's 54. And you can see the rest of the answers down here in the lower right. So soccer will be 42. Basketball 24, swimming 12, and tennis 8. And if you need help working any of those, let me know. I'll help you set it up. But they're all going to set up just the same as we did right here and here. Well, this one asks something a little bit different. So originally we started out with 200 people were surveyed. But let's say instead we said 90% of the students said their favorite sport was football. So we're going to change this up a little bit. We know in the last slide that's not what we found. How many people would have been surveyed? So we're going to say this 200 is now null and void. And now we're wondering exactly how many people were actually surveyed if we said that 90 of them preferred football. So the setup's going to look very similar. So we're going to have our proportions like this. And we're going to say 100%, and we know that football is green, so that's 30% of the people, so we still know the percent. And we're saying that 90 people said football. We don't know how many were surveyed, so that's how that one looks a little bit different. So we're going to have 30x equals 90000, is that right? 900, yep, so 9,000. And go ahead and divide off that 30 then. And dividing off that 30, and x is going to be 300, and don't forget to label is people or students or however it is you labeled it there. So, but don't forget your label. So 300 people or students. Last question here, just kind of the idea of reading them. It says if percents were not written on the graph, could you still find the sport that had the least percent of votes? Yeah, you basically look for the smallest section, right? The smallest chunk in there, even if they weren't there.